Welcome to Laravel Relational Management System project tutorial for beginner. In this tutorial, we are going to update the food details. So we are going to have a update option here, and when the admin click on that update option, it will take the admin to another page where the admin will be updated specific product data. So for it, let's go back to our code and we'll go to our resource, then views. Inside views, we have the admin folder. And inside admin folder, we'll just directly go to our showboard.blade.php. And here you can see we have the delete th. So after this, we're going to mention another th, and here we're going to say update. Then we'll go down, and here you can see we have the for each loop. So after the delete button, we're going to mention another td here for the update button. So inside this td, we're going to mention anchor tag. Here we're going to say update. And we will also mention a bootstrap class here. So let's say here class, it will be btn, let's say it is earning. If we now set this, then if we now refresh here, there you can see we have the update button. So first what we do is that when you click on this update button, it will get the ID for a specific food. So for it, we'll go inside the href. Here we'll give to second bracket. Inside this, we're going to say URL, then to first bracket, then to single quotation. So we need to give a name here. Let's say the name will be update underscore food. You can name it anything. So after that, we also need to catch the ID in order to update a specific food. So for it, here we need to give a comma. And here you can see using $data, we are able to get the title, details, and price. So the same way, we are going to use $data to get the ID. So we say here $data ID. So right now, if we save, then refresh here, then click on any update button, there you can see in the URL, we are able to get the ID. So right now, what we are going to do is we are going to create a route for this. So for it, let's go to our routes, then web.php, and from here, I'm going to copy this route, Ctrl+C, then Ctrl+V. So the route will be get, and the route name will be update underscore food. So let me just copy this, and I'm going to paste it over here. And we also need to catch the ID since we are sending the ID from here. We will use the admin controller, and the function name will be update underscore food. So let's go to our admin controller and create this function. So we'll go to our app, then http controller, and here you can see admin controller. So we'll just actually go down, then we're going to set here public function update boot, then to first bracket, we need to catch the ID here, then we'll give to second bracket. From here, first of all, we are going to return a simple view. So we'll say here return view, and the view name will be, let's say the view will be in the admin folder, and the view name will be, let's say, update underscore food. So right now we need to create update underscore food.blade.php in the admin folder. So here you can see we have the admin folder inside the views. So I'll just right click on admin, then click on new file, and the file name will be update underscore food.blade.php. And there you can see, so over here, it's just mention a simple HTML. And in the body, we're going to say update food. So let me just explain what will happen. Whenever someone click on this update button, it will get the ID for that specific food and call this URL. And this URL will call the admin controller update food function. And in the admin controller update food function, first of all, we are getting the ID, then we are sending the user to this view, which is update underscore food, which is this one. So let's go back to our browser. If we refresh, then if we click on update, there you can see it took us to this page, and here you can see it says update food. First of all, we are going to get the CSS design here for the admin page. For it, what we need to do is, we need to go to our admin folder. Inside admin folder, here you can see index.blade.php, and I'm going to copy every code from the index.blade.php. So Ctrl+A, then Ctrl+C. After that, we'll go to our update underscore food.blade.php. And here we're going to paste whatever we just copied from here. So Control V, and over here you can see include admin.body. So we're going to remove this, then save it. And right now if we just refresh here, then if we just click on update button, then you can see it will take us to this page, and then you can see the CSS is not working. So the reason is in the update food.blade.php, we are not able to find the public folder. So what you need to do is that before this include admin.css, we're going to mention the public folder. So we're going to say here base, it will be /public, and make sure that you write this before the include admin.css. Okay, so we are just saying that go to the public folder for the CSS. So let me just save it, then let me refresh here, and there you can see all the design is showing us properly, and the body part is empty because we removed the body part from here. So here let me just say h on. Here we're going to say update food, save, then refresh. There you can see it says update food. So here first of all we need to get the data for a specific food. So if we, let's say, click on this food, we want to see the details of that food. So for it, what we need to do is really simple. Let me just go to my admin controller, and here we need to declare a variable. Let's say it will be $food. You can declare it anything, equal to, we need to mention the table model name, which is food, which we already added in our controller. Use app/model/food. So we're going to mention that food model name over here. So we'll say here food, then we'll say here double clone, then we need to say find to first bracket $ID. So here you can see this ID is this one. So what we are doing is that we are finding the specific food for a specific ID and storing this in this $food variable. So after that, we need to send this $food to this view. So for it, we need to say here comma compact to first bracket to single quotation, it will be food. So right now using $food, we will be able to get the food details in this update_food page over here. So here, if we just say here to second bracket, then we mention $food, then this arrow sign, and let me just go to my SAM, is my admin, then our database, which is Laravel_project, and our table name is food. So here you can see in the table we write title like this. If we just say here title, then save it, then refresh here, there you can see it is showing us the food title. And we do not need to use for each loop because we are sending only a single data from here, not multiple data. That's why we do not need to write for each loop here. So let me just copy this, and if we just say here detail, then if we just say here also price, it will show us all those data. If we now say, then refresh, then you can see it is showing us the food title, details, and the price as well. So right now we don't want to show it like this. We want to show those inside the input field for the user to update it. For it, let me just remove this, and we're going to mention a form here. So we say here form, and in the form we're going to have some div, and in that div we'll have the label and input field. So let me mention here div. In this div we're going to say here label will be food title, then we're going to mention the input field. So let me say here input type will be text, and we need to say here name, it will be, let's say title, and here we need to mention one thing, that is hello, and hello will be, we need to give to second bracket here, then we need to mention $food, then this arrow sign, it will be title, since this is a label for title. So right now if you just save this, then refresh here, there you can see it says food title is burger. So the same way we can also show the food details, price, and also the image. For it, let's go back. And first of all, let me just make some design here. So let's say here, class, it will be div underscore deg. And we're going to write some CSS for this. So let's get the top. And in the head section, we're going to set a style. In the style, we're going to set dot div underscore deg. Then we'll give to second bracket. We're going to say here padding. It will be 10 px. After that, we'll also write some CSS for the label tag. So here we're going to say Laravel. Then we'll give to second bracket that display. It will be in line block. And we'll say here width. It will be 200 pixel. So if we now save this, then refresh here, it will look like this. Okay. So right now, after food title, we'll also show the food details and food price. So let me just copy this and paste it here. So this one will be the food details. So let me just say here details. The type will be for this one will be text area. So let me say here text area. And for text area, we need to, let me just remove this input field. So for text area, we need to write only food, then details. There is no need to write value for text area. And here, we're just going to mention the name. Name will be details. After that, we're going to have the price input field. So let me just copy this div and paste it here. We're going to say it will be price. Let's say here price. Type will be text. Name will be price, and here you can see stop title. We're going to say here price. So those will come from the database. Okay, this price, this detail will come from the database. And for text area, let's just don't give any space over here. Okay, so write it like this. If we now save it, then refresh here, it will look like this. There you can see we have the details, we have the price. So right now, first of all, what we are going to do is that we're going to show the current image over here. Then we'll show the change image option. So in order to show the current image, what we're going to do is it will just give the div here. And here we are going to say current image. After this label, we're going to mention the image tag. In the source, we need to mention where we store our image. So we store our all the food image in the food underscore image folder over here. So we are going to mention the folder name, which is food underscore img. Then we'll give a slash here. Then again, I can just directly copy this and paste it here. And stop price, we are going to say here image. And let's also mention it width here. Let's say width, it will be equal to 150 pixel. Let's just say 150 here. If we now save, then refresh, it will show us the current image. And we're going to have a file output option here. So let's go back. Let me just copy this and paste it here. This time the label will be change image. So let's say here change image and stop the image tag. We're going to have the input type file. So let's say here input type will be file, and let's say name will be image. Then we need to have a submit button. So here for submit button, there is no need to have any level. So we are going to say here input type will be submit, and the value for the submit button will be update food. And let's also mention a bootstrap class. So let's say here class, and the class will be btn, it will be earning. Let's set this and let me just refresh here, and there you can see we have a change image option right now. So right now what we will do is that if someone make any changes here, then click on update food. We want to update those data in the database. So for it, what you need to do is just go at the top And here you can see you have a form action. Here we are going to say method will be post, since we want to update data. And we also need to mention the enc type. We need to mention the enc type since we also want to upload the image as well. So enc type will be multi-part / form data. And here we are going to mention the CSRF token, CSRF. Make sure to add this. So here in the action, we need to mention a URL. So we are going to say URL, then to first bracket, then to single quotation. So inside this, we need to give a name. Let's say the name will be edit_food. And here we are going to get the ID. And here you can see using $food, we'll be able to get the ID as well, since we are also able to get the title. So we're just going to say here $food, this arrow sign, it will be ID. Okay. So here from the admin controller, we are sending this $food. So using the $food, you'll be able to get the ID, level, title, description, everything. So right now we need to create a route for this. So let's go to our routes, then web.php, and I can just directly copy this route and paste it here. But for this route, it will be post, not get. So make sure to write here post, and after that, our route name is edit_food. So we are going to say here edit_food, and we are also sending the ID. So we need to cache the ID. We use the admin controller, and the function name will be edit_food. So let's go to our admin controller and get this function. So we'll go to our admin controller, and we're going to say here public function, it will be edit_food to first bracket. And here you can see the method, the route type is post. So we need to say here request $request. And we also need to cache the ID from here. So we need to say here $ID. Then we'll give to second bracket, and over here we're going to update our food. So for it, let's declare a variable, let's say $data. You can declare any variable here. So equal to, we need to mention the food table model name, which is food. Double clone, we need to say here find to first bracket $ID. So first of all, we are getting the specific food using this ID. Then we are going to say $data, then this arrow sign, we are going to mention the title, and this title will come from here. Here guys, we write title like this, detail like this, price like this. So we are going to say here title equal to, we need to mention this $request here, then this arrow sign, and here we want to get the data from the input field. So here in the input field, we write name is title. So we need to write this over here. So the same way we can also get the details and price. So I can just copy this and paste it here. So for details in the database table, we write only detail. But in the input field, we write here name is details. So we are going to say here details. And this will be price, and for the input field it is also price as well. So we'll update the image a little bit later. For now, let me just update the data. So in order to update the data, we need to mention this $data. So we're going to say here $data, this arrow sign, save. And after updating it, we want to send the user back to the same page. So we'll say here return redirect. It will be this arrow sign back. So let's save this. Let's go to browser. If we refresh, and let's say beef burger with vegetable. And if we now click on update food, they can see it return us back to the same page. And here you can see beef burger with vegetable. If we just go to our game food, there you can see it says beef burger with vegetable. Now let's do one thing, that is after updating the food, we'll return the user back to the view food page. So we're going to say here return redirect to single quotation, and here the view food page URL is view underscore food. So we are going to say here view underscore food. Let me just save it. And let's say we want to update this on. Let's say here it will be pizza with onion. If you now click on, okay, let's change the price. Let's say price will be $50. Click on update food. And there you can see it took us back to the view food. And here you can see the details changed to pizza with onion. Price is $50. Now let's do one thing, that is we also want to have a update option for the image as well. So for it, in order to update the image, we just need to write a few more line of code, around 4. So we are going to first declare a variable, let's say $image equal to, we are going to mention this $request. So we'll say here $request, then this arrow sign, we need to get the input field image name. So here you can see name is image. So we are going to mention this name image here. Then we'll check if someone give a new image over here. Let's say normally a admin may or may not want to update the image, right? So we need to give a if condition. If the admin want to change the image or not. So it means we are just checking if there is any image or not. If yes, only then we will update the image. For it, first of all, we need to keep the image a unique name. So in order to give a unique name, we need to say here or declare a variable, let's say $image name equal to, we are going to use time function to give the image a unique name. Then we'll give a dot, then to single quotation, inside it dot, and again another dot. After that, we're going to mention this $image variable here. Then keep this arrow sign. We'll say get client original extension, then to first bracket like this. So we need to write it like this, C will be capital, O will be capital, and U will be capital. Then we need to give to first bracket. Let me just write it like this. So first of all, we'll give the image a unique name. After that, we'll store the image in our folder. So we're going to say, or we're just going to mention this request image. Then we'll give this arrow sign, move to first bracket to single quotation. We need to mention our folder name, and our folder name is food underscore image. So we'll say here food underscore img. Then give a comma here after the single quotation, and we are going to mention this unique name over here. Then we just need to store the image name in the database. So in order to store the image name, we need to mention this $data here. So we are going to say $data, this arrow sign image, and here you can see this image name will come from the database from here. Here you can see we write image. So we say $image equal to, we need to mention this $image name here. Okay. So I hope you are clear. So if someone give any image, only then the image will be updated. Otherwise, it will keep the old image. Okay. So let's set this, and for now, let me just refresh here. Let's say the admin want to update the image. So in order to update the image, we'll click on choose file, and let me just choose a different image. Let's say we want to choose this image. Click on it, click on open. There you can see it says sun.jpg. Click on update food. Okay, I made a spelling mistake, original. So let me just say here, original. I should to write it properly. Let me save it again. Let me just go back. Let me refresh. Let's choose the same image again. Click on open. Click on update food. And I guess the food image is updated. So let me just keep the old image, the pizza image. So let's click on update again. And let's say here instead of pizza, let's say here macaroni pizza. And let's say pizza with onion and pineapple. Let's choose the pizza image. And let's say price will be $30. Click on update. And there you can see if the data is updated. So this is how you can update data in Laravel. I hope this was easy for you to understand. If you have any question or suggestion, just let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the future tutorials.